So today we're going to test out a drone. It's a smaller one, about 60 bucks on Amazon. It's the Hubsan X4 107C. It has a 2 megapixel 720p HD camera on it. It's tiny. The drone itself is about the size of my palm.
Kinda has some weight to it though. It's heavier than you'd think, which is good for flying it outdoors. There's a small battery, you just slide it in, attach the wires. The mini SD card, which you have to provide, slides in just below the battery compartment. I've got my controller set up in mode 2, which is where the throttle is on the left, all the way down is off, and all the way up is full throttle. There's no hover mode with this quadcopter, no GPS enabled. The hovering is solely based on your manual control, so it's very touchy. So the left thumbstick only has to do with elevation. The right thumbstick controls your forward, backward, left, and right. And there's some buttons located around the thumbsticks which control the trim if you need to correct for drifting on the quadcopter. It takes a little practice to fly the X4. Some people say if you're a gamer, it comes easier. Maybe it does, but it's also really getting the feel of the copter.
We found that once you get the drone in the air, it's very unstable. Now, we've crashed it a few times. We don't know if that affected the footage or not, but once it's up in the open space, this thing's so tiny, the wind catches it, and you're gonna get the jello effect in your video. It's gonna get distorted.
It's easy enough that you can learn to fly it. Even Aiden, who's 10 years old, learned to fly the copter, not without some small crashes here and there, but the same went for me as well. The copter flies indoors really well, of course, however you're limited by space. Outdoors, it flies pretty well too, especially considering the size. It has a nice weight to it, like I said, and as you'll see, you can get some pretty amazing altitude. Now this is one of the early videos we took with the Hubsan X4. The video seems a little better, so maybe the trauma did affect the camera later on. It's still shaky, you're still gonna get some jello effect, but it looks decent. All in all, this is a fun copter to fly. You're not gonna get any professional video footage out of it, but the Hubsan X4 is really fun to fly. You get some decent video, which is cool to watch. It's fun to see a bird's eye view of your town or buildings or whatever. Highly recommend this as a fun toy, a fun way to capture some mediocre video. All in all, worth the 60 bucks.
That is the Hubsan X4 107C. Again, it's about 60 bucks, 70 bucks on Amazon. Thank you for tuning in. That was the Hubsan X4 107C. We're gonna check out the Phantom soon. Subscribe, come back to the channel soon.